Okay, review day 1. The first question asks you to find the inverse. And so if you remember, that's when you switch x and y and solve for y. So you switch x and y and solve for y, and then you rewrite it in a nice format. So the question is f of x is negative 3/4 x minus 20/3. So we start out by taking the f of x away and write y equals negative 4/3 x minus 20/3. Now you switch x and y. So x is negative 4/3 y minus 20/3. So we want to solve for y. So let's add y to this side. So 4/3 y plus x equals negative 20/3. So 4/3 y is equal to negative x minus 20/3. Getting there. Now we would multiply both sides by 3/4. So that would be y equals negative 3/4 x. And minus, if you multiply this by 3/4, you get negative 20/4, so minus 5. So your final answer, you should write it in the form, the inverse form, f negative 1 of x is equal to negative 3/4 x minus 5. And I'll do number 2. So we'll say y equals the 5th root of negative x minus 3/2. So x is the 5th root of the square root of negative y minus 3/2. So the first thing you have to do is get rid of this 5th root. And how do you get rid of a 5th root but to raise it by the 5th power? Got to do it on both sides. So you get x to the 5th is equal to negative y minus 3/2. So still trying to solve for y, let's multiply both sides by 2. So you get 2x to the 5th is negative y minus 3. Add 3. 2x to the 5th plus 3 equals negative y. So y is negative 2x to the 5th minus 3. So we would say, in good notation, inverse notation, f negative 1x is equal to negative 2x to the 5th minus 3. All right, and that was the answer to number 2.